and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burt, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And this is what the schedule looks like for Colorado Springs on Tuesday and then on Friday. Here's the starting group for Colorado Springs. We've got Bradley, and it's Griffin in at the 4 slot. And for Mesa, Morris is out there with Beasley. Then there's Bull. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Terry in a power forward position. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
Now here's Porter. Passes it to Beasley. Takes a 3, drills the three-pointer.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Pass to Bradley. The pass to Niang. Pass to Williams-Goss. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Beasley. He can't get that one. And Colorado Springs will go the other way with it. And this matchup with Mesa, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's regular season.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Here's Williams-Goss. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint, here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And that's out of bounds. Colorado Springs will keep it. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And talking about Bull, his dad, Manute Bull, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker. And those second chance points really become almost points when you can get them.
Morris kicks to Porter. Passes it to Beasley. Porter looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And again, it's Mesa converting. 1:35 left to play in the first. Here's Williams-Goss. Pass to Griffin. Over Terry. Griffin's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Beasley with the steal. And he lobs it up toward the rim, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Griffin controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
The pass to Griffin. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Colorado Springs will keep it. Knocked away, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Catching up on the changes for Mesa. Vanderbilt's checked in, and it's Torrey Craig in for Beasley. And then for Colorado Springs. ABC's checked in for Bradley, and ABC's subbed in for Williams-Goss. Kidd passes to Blewett. Here's ABC. 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it, but he stays with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mesa leading by 6. Here's Dozier. Down low. Here's Bol, and the layup is good. Bol's got 8 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Mesa out in front, up by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Mesa guys, what jumps out to you so far, stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Colorado Springs trails by 8. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Mesa, they've got Bol, and it's Vanderbilt in at the 4. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, Greg, you want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's ABC. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Pass to Bull. Here's Vanderbilt. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's ABC. It's deflected. Out of bounds. It'll be Mesa's ball. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Dozier kicks the Bull. Pass to Dozier. Now, here's Bull. He's guarded closely. It's good. Bulls got the lead up to 14 now for Mesa.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Here's ABC. No good on the triple. For Mesa, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. That one goes in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Colorado Springs trails by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. So Mesa calls timeout. They're first.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Now to see the numbers for Morris. How he did last season. First in assists, first in field goal percentage, and with his incredible knack from long range, he ranked first in the league in three-point percentage.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. Outside, Porter. Morris with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Mesa passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Vanderbilt's shot is good.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Colorado Springs trails by 16. Here's Niang. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Bradley, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Colorado Springs shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Colorado Springs making a change here. He hits the second from the line. Here's Morris. Dishes it to Beasley. Top of the key, Terry. And it's blocked by Bradley. Oni, covered by Beasley. And Griffin slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's Williams-Goss, covered by Morris. Williams-Goss misses. Mesa leading by 15. Vanderbilt the pass to Morris. 26 seconds left in the first half of the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
George Niang. That's his first personal foul.
Mesa shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Colorado Springs trails by 17. Here's Williams-Goss. Inside, Bradley. Banked in off the glass. Bradley's got 5 now.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And so it's Mesa riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We come back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Bol having an outstanding game. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 blocks. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Bol.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Setting the floor for Colorado Springs. They've got Williams-Goss, and it's Bradley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Griffin stays with it.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Morris, left side. Morris, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Pass to Griffin. Over Terry. Drops it in from 11 feet. Griffin's got 8.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Terry outside. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Beasley outside. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by Colorado Springs. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And Colorado Springs pushing it up now. And he gets it to go.
Assistant.
And Morris has got the ball here for Mesa. 17 points was their biggest margin. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Niang, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Colorado Springs decides to take their first timeout right here. It's been quite a game for Bol Bol.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. And you look at Morris, such quick hands, second in the NBA.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Here's Williams-Goss. And Colorado Springs missing again. Mesa leading by 15. And there's the pass to Dozier. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Pass to ABC. Here's Williams-Goss, covered by Morris. Williams-Goss misses. He doesn't hit that one. Colorado Springs trails by 17. ABC passes to Williams-Goss. Passes to ABC. And stolen by Bol. Out of bounds. It'll be Colorado Springs ball. ABC's checked in for ABC. For Colorado Springs, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Morris against Kidd. Pass to Blewett. And Bol pulls it down. Bol's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now the pass to Morris. Now, here's Bol. He's tightly guarded to the right side. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go. Mesa no good that time either.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Kidd, no good. Mesa leading by 17. Stolen away. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Craig. Good on the triple. Craig's got his first 3 points of the game.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
ABC passes to ABC. Here's Williams-Goss. Pass to Kidd. Here's Blewett. Just 5 on the clock. Ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Colorado Springs will keep it. And Colorado Springs making a change here. 17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Craig passes to Morris. Left side, Porter. And then Porter with the jam.
Whew, he is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Mesa out in front, running away with this one. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Now Morris. They've got Beasley. He's out there with Monte Morris. Bull is out there with Porter. And it's Terry in at the power forward. And the dunk by Bull.
And guys, this is kind of Bull's role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
Williams-Goss, the pass to Griffin. To the middle. Drops in the layup for two.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Mesa leading by 20. Beasley outside. And Griffin sends it back. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. George Niang, he's checked in for Colorado Springs. And so he makes both from the line. Rush, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom three teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Here's Williams-Goss. Bradley can't get it to go.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Porter kicks to Bull. Back to Porter. Mesa passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Near the three-point line, it's Morris.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And he comes up with the deuce. Timeout, Mesa. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And it's blocked by Bradley. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. Five to shoot. Throws it up high. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Niang passes to Williams-Goss. To the inside. Griffin. It's blocked. Out of bounds. It'll be Colorado Springs ball. Colorado Springs trails by 20. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive number one pick, he's going number one regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction. Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Morris looking over the floor. It's Beasley on the wing. Kicks it to Terry. Outside Porter. And the call will be against George Niang. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Here's Porter, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
One shot. One shot.
And Porter, no good on that one. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. Grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Mesa.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And down is their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Bol.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
5 on the clock. Here's Craig. Offensive rebound, and it's sent back by Howard. And he's able to get it back. And the shot goes in. And Mesa leads by 20.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Count the basket.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Craig. And that one hits back iron. So Mesa wins it. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.